night of bowling, and out of nowhere, he just came in and there was a loud pop.
A manhunt is underway right now in Maine for a person of interest in a number of shootings.
Reaction is coming in this morning after President Biden requests money to fix the sewage pollution from Mexico.
And what do you do when your daughter is born into a 4-generation football family?
Turn her into a quarterback.
We're off to another cool and cloudy start to our Thursday, but temperatures are going to be warming up as we get into the beginning of next week. Halloween could actually be one of the warmest days of the next 10 days. We'll talk about what to expect. You're up with CBS 8.
A lot to get to here on this Thursday. Good morning, everyone. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Neda Irampour. And as we come on the air here at this hour, an intense manhunt is underway right now in Maine for a person of interest in a number of shootings.
These are the 3 things you need to know from overnight and the latest information just into our newsroom. Multiple law enforcement officials confirmed to CBS News that at least 16 people were killed, though that number could be higher than 20. The shootings happened in 2 different locations, first at a restaurant and then at a bowling alley. And as of right now, the suspected gunman is still on the run. CBS News correspondent Bradley Blackburn has the latest from Lewiston, Maine, where that manhunt is underway right now.
Following multiple shootings in Lewiston, Maine, police all over the state are searching for this man, 40-year-old Robert Card, who has been described as a person of interest.
Card is considered armed and dangerous. If people see him, they should not approach Card or make contact with him in any way.
Authorities say anyone who sees Card or has any information about the shootings should call 911 immediately. Police were seen searching a parking garage after a vehicle of interest was found minutes away in Lisbon, Maine. Public safety officials are warning residents in both communities to shelter in place.
We have an active shooter. We have multiple injuries.
Local authorities say the shooting began just before 7 p.m., first at a restaurant and then at a bowling alley a short time later.
Out of nowhere, he just came in and there was a loud pop, and I just booked it down the lane, and I slid basically into where the pins are and climbed up in the machine.
According to a Maine law enforcement bulletin seen by CBS News, Card is a trained firearms instructor believed to be in the Army Reserves, and he has reported mental health issues. A reunification center has been set up at a middle school in the neighboring community of Auburn.
There's a significant amount of shock going on with people that were actually witnesses.
The FBI says it is assisting with the investigation, though Maine State Police will continue to take the lead. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, Lewiston, Maine.
Let's hope he is found soon. The White House says President Biden has been briefed on this shooting, and the president has reached out to the state's governors and 2 U.S. senators to offer assistance. The Attorney General and Secretary of Homeland Security have also been briefed.
Just after midnight, one of the 2 businesses targeted by the mass shooter posted this message on its Facebook page. It says, quote, "My heart is crushed. I am at a loss for words. In a split second, your world gets turned upside down for no good reason. We lost great people in this community. How can we make any sense of this? Sending out prayers to everyone." We will continue to follow the latest from Maine throughout the morning. You could also get updates at CBS8.com and the free CBS 8 app. Reaction starting to roll in here this morning from leaders across the state after President Joe Biden announced he is seeking $310 million to fix the ongoing sewage problem at our border.
CBS 8's Regina Urita joining us live from Imperial Beach. That's an area where beach goers are often told don't get in the water because of the high bacteria. Regina, what's the latest now with this funding?
Well, Neda, I mean, you can see right behind me that yellow sign that says keep out of the water. And that's what people have had to deal with for years. Beach closures, poor air quality, a bad odor. That's all stemming from the raw sewage that comes from the Tijuana River. So it's no surprise that state and local leaders are really just praising by the Biden administration and Joe Biden. So Chairwoman Nora Vargas, she wrote she took to social media to say, quote, the request marks a significant step forward in tackling this crisis. And in a recent statement, Governor Gavin Newsom also says, in part, quote, my administration has worked closely with President Biden and his team on this issue. And I want to thank him for including the requested $310 million in the emergency supplemental bill. This funding will help expedite sorely needed construction. Now, this request is coming from President Joe Biden and his administration. They're asking Congress that they grant these funds. It's requested $55.8 billion for natural disasters, childcare, and other expenses. $310 million from that petition will go to prevent and reduce sewage flows and contamination in IB. If approved, it would supplement the $300 million that Congress secured in 2021 to cover the expansion of South Bay treatment plant so that it can double the amount of raw sewage it treats from 25 million gallons per day to 50 million gallons per day. In June, they revealed that the plant is in desperate need of repairs, but that it would cost millions to fix it before it could be expanded by the U.S. International Boundary and Water Commission, which operates the facility. Now, recent storms have also damaged the treatment plant even more, like Tropical Storm Hillary. Wastewater flows at one point reached 8 million gallons per day. So this is just proving the desperate need for funding to repair that treatment plant. Now, back here live, Mayor Paloma Aguirre says, she called out government leaders to say, you need to take this sewage crisis very seriously. So she's hoping that Congress actually approves this request. For now, I'm live in IB. Regina Urita, CBS 8.
She has been pushing for that for a long time. Regina, thank you so much. And today we are starting this new segment called Meet Your Mayor. I'll be meeting with mayors from cities all across San Diego County to share what's important about these communities that they serve. So coming up here at 6:30, I will introduce you to the mayor of Imperial Beach, Paloma Aguirre, and what she has to say about the ongoing sewage crisis in IB.
New developments in Israel this morning as its war with Hamas enters its 20th day here today. Here are the three things you need to know this morning about the ongoing war in the Middle East. New video just into our newsroom showing black smoke rising at a distance in Lebanon from across the northern Israel border. This happened just a few hours ago. The Hamas-run health ministry says more than 6,000 Palestinians have been killed. The death toll in Israel stands at more than 1,400. Yesterday, Israel's military raised the number of hostages in Gaza to now 222 people. As of this morning, 4 hostages have been released.
Ooh, taking a look at that video, you see how powerful this storm was. This video from overnight shows the moment Hurricane Otis hit that home in Acapulco, Mexico. A Category 5 storm slammed there in southern Mexico, causing extensive damage to homes, hotels, entire neighborhoods. Luckily, at this point, no deaths have been reported. This is some more video now of the damage that Hurricane Otis left. So once we got a bit of daylight, you can see what happened here. As we mentioned, it hit homes, but also resorts. Even made its way inside some buildings. The flooding did, the strong winds. There was just over a 24-hour notice that the hurricane was coming, and it hit much stronger than forecasters had warned. To hear that a Cat 5 hit land, really, obviously, you can tell there's going to be a lot of damage for quite some time that they'll have to recover from. So much rain there. As for us here at home, we're kind of drying out here. As we look outside here, Evan and Ronnie joining us now. How's it looking here on a Thursday? Are we looking at Del Mar? Is that PB? PB, okay. Yeah. PB.
There we go. Look at that. Oh, yeah. It's a very nice start to the day. It's mostly cloudy out there. We're watching as those clouds are a little bit less active today than they were yesterday. So yesterday was one of those overcast days. All day. All day. Yeah. 60s is where we peaked yesterday, so it wasn't very comfortable. Now we're starting to move toward the 70s. We're starting to get back toward average. Overcast skies that we started off the morning with yesterday are active yet again, but won't stay as active by the afternoon. So you're looking at a few spots and specks of green there, indicating a little bit of drizzle in a couple of areas right off the coast, for example, up in the Escondido area. But take a look at where our afternoon highs go. Low 70s along the coast, 72 inland, 64 out there for the mountains, and 83 for the deserts. Yesterday we peaked at 67. That was the first day in over 2 weeks where we didn't even make it to 70 degrees average, and the top right there being 74. So we were cooler and cloudier yesterday. Today, a few less clouds, better opportunity for sunshine by the afternoon with a mix of clouds out there. And then we'll see those temperatures warm up to the low 70s and even mid 70s in many cases. 60s along the coast right now, 50s as you start to make your way inland. Poway at 59, Alpine at 58. Julian is at 47 right now. As you step out the door, jacket's going to come in handy. But as we talked about, that 10-day temperature trend, we're going to see this ridge of high pressure build. That's going to begin on Sunday. Offshore winds are also going to build, and that's going to help to drive our temperatures up. Consistent climb from Sunday all the way through Wednesday. That includes your Halloween itself, looking like a pretty warm day. Right now, Tuesday and Wednesday, kind of battling it out for the warmest day of the next 10 days. Let's take a look at traffic, see how your roads are shaping up this morning. We do want to take you to just a couple things. First thing, road weather index showing that there is possibility of a bit of fog across our mountaintops. From Palomar Mountain all the way to Borrego Springs, you see that yellow in the top right corner of your screen. Watch out for some reduced visibility and slow your speeds down in that area. One stalled vehicle to take you to that's causing some slight backups on the 15. Slow lane blocked, right-hand shoulder blocked with a stalled vehicle. On the 15 southbound, this is after Rancho Bernardo Road. You can see how there on the 15 southbound lanes are starting to slow down just a bit. Not necessarily slower than the about 30-40 mile per hour range, but we'll keep an eye on this as CHP remains on scene. Let's check in on your border wait time. San Ysidro, port of entry. If you're headed across the border, going to take you 85 minutes, a bit smoother than yesterday. So hour 25 or so in total. Otay Mesa port of entry, it is going to take you 1 hour exactly. Back to you.
Evan, thank you very much. And still ahead here, Louisiana Congressman Mike Johnson is the new Speaker of the House. The long list of legislative challenges that he is facing now.
And drama in the courtroom, why former President Donald Trump is facing a fine from a judge this morning. As we go to break, though, take a look at these new numbers just into our newsroom. Gas prices dropped again overnight. Some good news on this Thursday. Today, the average price for a regular gallon of gas in San Diego still pretty high on the national level, $5.52, but last week we were paying $5.67.